really got to see the power of a strong public education when I was just starting out in teaching, and how incredibly powerful getting education and academia into the hands of all students, regardless of any barrier that might be in their way. And to see that we are here to respect and care and love all children and help all children grow is really important to me.
For me personally, the best part about being involved with whether it's coaching kids that are 10 years and younger, or basically at the high school level, you learn a lot. You know, these kids actually teach you a lot.
Coaching and managing is really where I'm happiest. You know, it's not me helping an individual, it's me helping the greater cause, helping a group of my team here or one of the organizations I'm involved with, really being able to help the community.
I like building relationships, and that's what working in banking, working for people in particular, allows me to do. I build those relationships with these customers. My background from my family, they were very involved in the community, and that was something that they instilled in us, in all my brothers and my sister, that you got to give back.
I think it's something that I kind of learned from my parents. They were always, very, very involved in our community when I was growing up. It's certainly not always the easiest thing to do, but I think it's important, and I'd love to see more people kind of take on that role. I think it's a little intimidating at times. It's not always easy to get involved, but I think once you do it and you really, kind of see the passion that other people have, it kind of rubs off on you a little bit.
The importance of YPN in a community like Keene is it really gives professionals a chance to just meet each other, whereas you might not ever cross paths. It creates a really good point for people just getting to learn about each other.
I had always been interested in housing design, but the sustainability features weren't really that apparent to me. But right around the beginning of my college career was when oil prices skyrocketed. And I kind of looked a little bit more to the social and economical issues that was causing at that time, because there was multiple families who couldn't afford to keep their homes.
I have a diverse interest and a lot of energy, luckily, to keep up with those many interests. I just think it's, I like being kind of well-rounded, and I try to carry that sort of passion into everything I do.
The main reason why I really want to grow the Champions program for Healthy Monadnock is just because of my extreme passion for living a healthier lifestyle and sharing that passion with others. As a nutritionist by training, obviously I believe in being healthier, whether it's eating better, moving more, managing my stress. But I think also it's because I just really love helping people be their healthiest selves and really reaching their healthiest potential.
Someone might come in and be really withdrawn and quiet, but by the end of riding for 8 weeks, they're super outgoing, they're greeting people in the barn, and they're confident in themselves. Oh, it makes me feel great. I think it makes everyone feel great, including our volunteers that help. The horses, I think, feel great. It's an amazing thing to be part of.
I always tell my staff that we don't say no unless I can't figure out an answer, and we have to go through everything to get there. But I like to take things to the next level, and I like to challenge, and I like to think forward and be prepared for the future. And I don't think working with geriatrics is any exception.
You have to keep up with the time, you have to be knowledgeable, and you have to be willing to take what you learned yesterday, throw it away, learn something new, and run with it. Since I was young, I've always been part of a family that gets involved in the community that they live in. So moving to Keene, it was easy to do that because there's so many people who are involved in the community and willing to help.
It's just nice to see how much the people can come together and get things done with very little. Because there's, a lot of these agencies that are out there have very small budgets, and the people who work for them aren't doing it for the money, obviously. So, but yet they want to go to work every day and try to make our community better, and it feels rewarding to be a part of that.
I'm someone that really wants to help the greater good of everybody, and in a large area like Boston or bigger city or even a bigger town, it's really hard to do that, I feel, because even though you can make a difference, it's just harder to kind of see and meet everybody and know everybody. But in a small town like Peterborough, and I live in Wilton, I think that it's easier to kind of connect with your community because there's a lot of different community aspects that kind of tie in together.
It's satisfying helping people. I mean, you know, you get caught up in the run-of-the-mill day-to-day, always chasing the dollar, and then you can come here and you can literally just see that you showing up to even do something simple like stand there and wait for the tow truck because they went into the snowbank helps their day. It's, you know, it's a nice feeling inside, I guess.
I started Bonnie's Basement after my mother passed away in April of 2014. It is important to me that all of the funds that we raise through Bonnie's Basement stay locally and with the organizations that were very important to my mom. I know for a fact if you asked her now, she would say, Heidi, you don't have to do that, but she would be the first one to do it for others. So it's an honor to be able to give back and keep her name alive.
This small part that I'm doing, it might not be much in terms of the entire scheme of things, but it's something, and it's a step forward, and it usually can bring a smile to somebody's face, and it's worth everything.